Okay, I have a next guest, and the same question as I ask everyone. What's your name, and what are you doing at JFOL?
My name is Mohammed Aboullaite. I work as a backend engineer in Spotify. I'm originally from Morocco, lost now in the cold and dark Stockholm, Sweden. So yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with the darkness and the cold, but it is what it is. I'm G-Full as a speaker and to
Mhm.
speak about continuous profiling and how we can continuously improve our application from a monitoring point of view and performance point of view and resources point of view.
Okay, and are you using specific tools for that?
So the talk is more about the concepts, continuous profiling. I did present a couple of tools that are widely used in the market, such as Periscope, Pixie, Parka. Some of them are eBPF based, some of them use agents. But the idea is to introduce the audience to continuous profiling, how it's different from what we call traditional profiling or profiling tools that are available, a little bit into the safe point bias in the Java context, and a little bit about JDK flight recorder
Mhm.
or the async profiler. So yeah, it was more of a generic talk to give insights about a lot of things.
Okay, and can you condense that talk into two sentences? What should we know about profiling?
So profiling is good, definitely. It helps you to spot hotspots and bottlenecks in our application. Continuous profiling adds the dynamic time, a flavor to it, making it continuously profiling your application 24/7 with tools that have less overhead on your application. With traditional profiling, we struggled with to have it in production because like that was
Mhm.
resource heavy and might slow down your application. With new tools, it has less impact. 2 to 3%, that's the overhead. So it makes it really ideal to run it in production.
Mhm.
That's where the fun happens, right? So with that, you continuously monitor your application. You get insight about how, like, the full view, micro view about your code, both the code that you write and also the open source or the tools or the other codes that you bring
Mhm.
to your application from the user space till the kernel. And from that, you can basically optimize your code, detect hotspots, detect the bugs that cause more resource consumption from CPU and memory, and that will eventually have the benefit in the future to have your application performing well and less resources, which mean saving
Mhm.
costs as well.
So it's not looking at where are errors and warnings happening in my code. It's more where is my code slowing down, for instance.
Exactly.
That's the kind of stuff you're looking for.
Exactly. Like both from a CPU, why this function and method taking so much time, consuming a lot of CPU? Why there is so much thinking in my memory, allocating a lot of memory? Why is that? Because like from a Java perspective, there is the garbage collector that doing stuff to allocate that memory back and
Mhm.
claim it back. So that might impact your application. The heap, even what's in my heap, to avoid those kind of memory leaks and stuff. So it's it completes the pillars of observability, like the logs and the metrics and the traces, and adds this performance kind of how I'm doing in terms of
Mhm.
performance in the code I wrote, basically.
I've worked in small companies on Java codes, and we were just producing applications and never worried a lot about these profiling. Do you see that companies are really looking into this now more and more?
More and more, yes. Especially that there is kind of a more tools, more open source. Traditionally, they were hard to operationalize. Not a lot of resources. It takes time to set up. Now with open source and cloud native, there is more work there that makes it really easy to gather those information. Uh, could we could go for open source versions that you can install for free, and then you get those insights. And the more you have those
Mhm.
insights, coming the next day, having a look at your flame graph, detecting where the hotspot is, questioning why this actually is happening, help you to better become a better developer, like understanding why it is happening, and also write a more performance code and impact on the business because like your
Mhm.
application is performing better.
Mhm. Okay. A very interesting topic, very interesting talk. So looking forward to the recording and hope
Thank
it's
you. My pleasure.
available soon. Thank you for being here
My pleasure. Thank
and
you
have
very much.
fun for the rest of the day here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.